A volcano is one of the most awe-inspiring yet dangerous natural forces on Earth. Its raw power has shaped landscapes, destroyed cities, and wiped out civilizations. But what if we could harness that destructive energy for something practical? Imagine using volcanoes as nature's ultimate incinerators, places where we could dump millions of tons of waste and watch them vanish into molten oblivion. Sounds like a brilliant idea, right? After all, volcanoes have the unique ability to obliterate anything that comes into contact with their magma-filled cores. So, if they're so efficient at destroying matter, why haven't we turned them into massive garbage disposal units? And more importantly, would this be feasible? Or would it end up being one of the most disastrous environmental decisions ever made? The idea of dumping trash into volcanoes might seem like a genius solution to our global waste crisis. Every year, the world produces billions of tons of garbage, and landfills are overflowing at an alarming rate. In the United States alone, an astonishing 254 million tons of trash is generated annually, and finding effective ways to dispose of it is an ongoing challenge. So, could we simply harness the raw power of magma to turn all that waste into nothingness? Before we get too excited about this fiery solution, let's break it down, because when you really think about it, this idea is riddled with problems from start to finish. First, there's the issue of finding a suitable volcano. While there are approximately 1,500 potentially active volcanoes worldwide, the vast majority of them are located in remote areas, far away from human settlements. This isn't a coincidence. After all, nobody wants to live next to a giant, unpredictable mountain of fire. That means transporting millions of tons of waste to a distant volcano would be logistically nightmarish and extremely expensive. And even if we managed to reach one, we'd have to ensure that it's the right type of volcano, because not all of them would be suitable for waste disposal. The best candidates for this fiery garbage dump would be shield volcanoes. These are the slow-erupting volcanoes with lava lakes that steadily ooze molten rock over time. Unlike their volatile cousins, the stratovolcanoes, which are known for their explosive eruptions, shield volcanoes are more stable and might, in theory, allow for a controlled waste disposal process. However, shield volcanoes are far less common, making them difficult to find. And even if we were lucky enough to locate one, there's still the extreme danger involved in actually getting close enough to dump trash into it. Picture this. You're one of the first workers assigned to drive a garbage truck up the treacherous slopes of an active volcano. You're navigating through rough terrain, surrounded by toxic gases, unstable rock formations, and the intense heat radiating from the lava itself. As you approach the fiery crater, you quickly realize that this might not be worth the paycheck. Even if you manage to unload your truck and dump trash directly into the lava, you won't be safe, because something unexpected is about to happen. In 2002, a team of Ethiopian researchers decided to test what would happen when trash meets lava. They threw a 30-kilogram bag of garbage into a lava lake, and what happened next was explosive, literally. The sudden contact between the cold trash and the superheated lava triggered a violent chain reaction, causing pressurized steam explosions that sent molten rock flying into the air. This is because lava lakes are highly unstable, and disrupting their surface can lead to unexpected eruptions. If a single bag of garbage can cause that much destruction, imagine the chaos if we were to dump entire cities' worth of trash into a volcano. To put this into perspective, in Hawaii, rock falls into lava lakes have resulted in explosive reactions that launched lava over 85 meters into the air. That's about as tall as a 28-story building. So if we were to start using volcanoes as global garbage disposals, we'd likely be creating a whole new set of deadly eruptions. But even if we somehow found a way to safely deposit waste into volcanoes, there's another massive issue to consider: pollution. Unlike modern waste-to-energy incinerators, which have filtration systems to capture harmful emissions, volcanoes do not have any safeguards to prevent toxic gas emissions. Burning trash and lava would release dangerous pollutants into the atmosphere, worsening air quality and accelerating climate change. Furthermore, not all materials completely break down in lava. Certain synthetic materials, like plastics and nuclear waste, could survive the intense heat and later resurface through future eruptions, contaminating the landscape and water sources. This would turn a once bright idea into an ecological disaster. On top of that, the carbon footprint of transporting garbage to distant volcanoes would be astronomical. Imagine fleets of trucks, cargo ships, and aircraft hauling millions of tons of waste across the world. The fuel consumption alone would create more pollution than the waste itself, making this solution far worse for the environment than landfills or modern incinerators. At this point, it's becoming painfully clear that dumping trash into volcanoes is a terrible idea. But what if there was a better way to burn our waste productively? Instead of using uncontrolled volcanic incineration, we could expand waste-to-energy facilities, which not only burn trash safely but also convert the heat into electricity. This method is already being used successfully in countries like Sweden and Japan, where waste is transformed into a renewable energy source instead of being dumped into the Earth's fiery pits. And if burning trash on Earth isn't an option, maybe we should look beyond our planet. What if we launched our garbage into space instead? Would it be the ultimate solution to waste management? Or would we just end up creating even bigger problems in the cosmos? Well, that's a question for another what ifs.